Okay, so I wasn't gonna post this because it feels insane even typing it out, but my brain is like a blender right now, and I literally can't trust my own thoughts anymore. So here we go. I, 33 female, have been married to my husband, 35 male, for 8 years. Together for 10. The usual, not a rom-com, but close enough to trick me situation. We met at a friend's apartment after too many shots. I was eating cold pizza and trauma dumping, and he laughed like I just said the most beautiful thing in the world. People love to say it's fate, when really it's just poor boundaries and beer. Anyway, skip to last week. I was tearing the apartment apart looking for batteries. Our smoke alarm was doing that high-pitched single beep that makes you want to commit a crime. And I found this old leather notebook shoved way back in his drawer. And I wasn't snooping. I swear on my student loan debt. I was just desperate. But of course I opened it because apparently I have no self-preservation instincts. And holy shit, it wasn't just a journal. It was a funeral, a love letter, a whole little graveyard of a man I've never met. He wrote pages and pages about this girl, his best friend. Except not the casual, haha, we share memes best friend. No, she was his person. He wrote about her laugh, her favorite sandwich, the way she tied her hair with a pencil, the songs that made her cry. He remembered the exact words she said when she was stressed. Detail level that makes you wonder if he was rehearsing for a movie role. And the part that made my stomach drop? She had a boyfriend the whole time, now husband. Meanwhile, my husband, then 22 or whatever, was basically building an altar to her in secret, writing about how she fed him when he was broke, edited his essays, bought him snacks, gave him rides home. Then it just stops. The entries go dark right after she got engaged. No goodbye, no closure, just blank pages. And now here's me, 10 years later, married to this man who hasn't bought me flowers once, who goes silent for weeks after we fight, who sits through family dinners scrolling on his phone while my mother-in-law sighs so loud you'd think she was auditioning for Broadway. And I'm sitting there with this notebook in my lap like, oh, okay, so the man I married isn't actually real. He's the ashes of some other version that died the day she left. Fast forward, I bring it up. Big mistake. Huge. I didn't even accuse him of anything. I literally just asked, hey, I found your old notebook. Why did you stop writing? And he went stiff like I slapped him, then muttered something about, not everything needs to be dragged into the present, and left the room. And this is where the chaos begins. Because now every little thing feels poisoned. Like last Sunday at his cousin's baby shower, everyone was doing the cheesy share your favorite love story game. His mom pipes up with her version of how we met, which somehow turned into her describing how he was always so reserved, never a romantic type, even as a teenager. And the whole room laughed like, yep, that's just him, stone cold statue boy. And I wanted to scream because no, I've read the pages. I know he was once a man who gave cookies at work and wrote 3 paragraphs about the way her hair smelled. And then in the family group chat, aka Hell on Earth, his sister drops a random selfie with him from 2014 and captions it, always the quiet type, lol, and everyone reacts with hearts. I typed, maybe he wasn't always, and then deleted it because how do you explain to a bunch of emoji spamming relatives that their son, brother, basically had his heart buried alive? And maybe I'm losing it because now I'm scrolling through his old Facebook like a deranged stalker. There are comments from her. Normal, friendly, nothing dramatic. But the way he replied, too fast, too warm, little inside jokes, I just know. Here's the kicker, though. When I asked him casually if he still talks to her, he said, no, why would I? In that flat voice. But I swear I saw her name pop up in his contacts once when he was scrolling Spotify on his phone. Not proof, but not nothing. So now I'm stuck in this mental spiral. Did I marry his ghost? Is our whole marriage just me playing stand-in while the real story already ended years ago? And maybe I could ignore it if he didn't keep doing these weird little slips. Like 2 nights ago, half asleep, he mumbled a name. Not mine, hers. I froze. He rolled over. I never said anything. I don't know. I feel like I've opened a door I can't close. And the worst part? I can't tell if I'm overreacting or if I just caught the first crack in something much darker. Because what if he never really let her go? What if I was never supposed to? So, after the notebook thing, I told myself, just drop it. You're making a movie in your head. Spoiler, I did not drop it because the universe refuses to let me. Example 1. I'm cooking dinner on Tuesday, trying to be normal, and my husband wanders into the kitchen like nothing happened. He grabs a glass, looks at me deadpan, and goes, "Are you done reading things that weren't meant for you?" Not, "Hey, let's talk," or "It hurt that you looked." No, courtroom cross-examination vibes. I laughed, mistake, and said, "Well, sorry I found out you used to be capable of feelings." He didn't reply, just walked out. Then he sends me this text an hour later from the other room. "Not everything in life has to be a performance. Some things are better forgotten. Maybe try that." Like, okay, philosopher king. But now everything is colored by it. Like at dinner with his family 2 nights later, his mom went off on one of her usual rants about how I don't cook like she does, direct quote. He grew up on fresh soups, not this delivery culture. And I was biting my tongue when my husband suddenly says, she doesn't need to cook like anyone else. She's her own person. And for a split second, I thought, wow, he defended me. But then I realized it wasn't really about me. It was shutting his mom up fast, the way you'd handle a heckler. His eyes didn't even look at me. He just wanted the problem gone. Meanwhile, his sister texts me afterwards. LOL, what did you do to make him actually talk at dinner? Me? Nothing. Sis, he hasn't spoken up like that since, well, nev mind. Nev mind? Excuse me? And here's where my brain decides to self-immolate, because since, well, nev mind, obviously means since her. I can't prove it, but tell me why every road leads back to her. Then came the baby shower part 2, because apparently all social gatherings are traps now. We're at his cousin's place, balloons everywhere, people telling cheesy stories. Someone asked, when was the last time he cried? I expected him to say Grandpa's funeral or something. Instead, he just goes, I don't. Flat, like a wall slamming down. The room went quiet for a second until his aunt joked, oh, come on, everyone cries, even back in the day when you and then she cut herself off, looked at me, changed the subject so hard you could hear the gears grinding. So yeah, hi, hello. I'm apparently married to a mystery plot everyone else got spoilers for except me. Meanwhile, my best friend, let's call her Maya because I don't care if he reads this at this point, tells me I'm spiraling. She says I'm looking for clues where there aren't any. So I vent in our private chat, screenshot some of the journal pages. She sends me a voice note that's all, girl, this is deep emotional attachment. Whether he admits it or not, he loved her. And then, brace yourself, that voice note somehow ends up in the wrong group chat, the family group chat. I don't even know how. I swear I double-checked before hitting send, but apparently my phone hates me. So now his sister, his mom, his cousins all have audio of Maya saying he loved her. The chat exploded. His sister, wow, interesting that she's the one digging in old trash. Some people just want drama. His mom, if you're unhappy, you should leave. Nobody forced you to marry him. And him, no message. Just the little scene under every text. Cut to, later that night, he comes into the bedroom, phone in hand, and says, delete whatever you have. Stop trying to rewrite my past. It's pathetic. Pathetic! Like I'm some desperate stalker. I tried to argue, but he just stared at me. Long enough that I actually apologized. Me! Apologizing for his secret shrine. And then he kissed my forehead, weirdly tender, and whispered, "Let it die. Let it die." I can't tell if that was a plea or a threat. But here's the thing. When someone tells you to let it die, you don't. You dig deeper. So yeah, I opened his laptop. Don't yell at me, Reddit. I know. He was out running errands. I had the time, and the password is literally our wedding date, so not exactly Fort Knox. And in his files, nothing scandalous. No secret love letters, no emails. But there was a folder labeled Archive. Inside, pictures. Mostly boring, college parties, random memes, blurry night shots, and then one picture of her. Just her. Sitting on